Collaborative divorce is an alternative dispute resolution process where we keep families out of court. Everything stays confidential. We don't file your financial information. We don't file your marital settlement agreement or your parenting plan talking about where your kids are going to school and what time you're picking them up. In this process, we think about your goals, your interests, your concerns, and we spend every dollar, every second, and every effort trying to come up with a resolution that's equitable for your family as a whole. The collaborative process is a multidisciplinary process where each party has their own attorney, and those attorneys are hopefully collaboratively trained and ready to enter into an interest-based negotiation process. Then we bring on a settlement facilitator who is oftentimes a psychologist or someone with a mental health background to help us keep the whole process on track, to help with communication skills, and to help with co-parenting skills when children are involved. We also bring on a financial neutral. That person is there to represent the interests of both parties and help with a financial scheme that is equitable to the family as a whole to help the family move forward. Collaborative divorce can save you money in the long run because of the efficiency that's designed into the process. Instead of both parties hiring their own forensic accountants and sending back financial paperwork that both of their attorneys have to review and then their financial accountants have to review, and you have 4 eyes on the same paperwork trying to analyze it, you have one person who does that work. And that person is there to try to find a resolution that's equitable for everyone. So it doesn't have to be scrutinized and analyzed and poked at by the attorneys. Also, your financial neutral has an hourly rate less than your attorneys. So right there, you've got efficiency designed into it. And then you also have the settlement facilitator or the mental health professional who's there to help with the children's issues. And you don't have to sit in a bunch of meetings with your attorney and then another meeting with their attorney and go back and forth. The back and forth is very inefficient. If you just sit down with the person who's the child specialist, who's there to work on the children's issues, it's much more efficient. And therefore, most of the time, a collaborative divorce is going to be much less expensive than a litigated divorce. There are many emotional benefits in a collaborative divorce. First, you're keeping all of your private information out of the court system, which is certainly less stressful on you. You don't have nosy neighbors and potential employers looking up your personal information. Second, you are in control of the process. All of the meetings and the procedures are governed by the parties and their team members. So you're not ordered into court or subpoenaed to a deposition when you have something very important going on. And finally, we all agree to participate in a dignified manner. There's no name calling, there's no trying to pull you through the mud, and we remain future focused. We're not looking at the back in the past and trying to figure out who was right, who was wrong, try to dispel the resentment and help you move on to a better life. A collaborative divorce statistically takes a lot less time than a litigated divorce. In a collaborative divorce, we usually have the parties completed the full process within 3 to 6 months in Florida. Meanwhile, in Florida, a litigated case statistically takes 17 months to complete. If you have any further questions about collaborative divorce and whether it might be the right option for you, please contact us at Johnson Ritchie Family.